Okay. So we're going to only be able to. I'm only going to be able to upload anything on Saturdays and Sundays because the only way to get the Wi-Fi good enough to upload anything is to have the Wi-Fi booster on. But the Wi-Fi takes it reload although it makes the Wi-Fi better up here, it makes it worse everywhere else across the house, which means because of COVID, isolation, working from home, etc, doesn't work, which means we have to take it off. Yeah, we're just gonna pop into R&D quick and see what we've got. Okay, let's think. What do we want to get out of this? We kind of want that. No, we don't need that. But I would quite like that, because that gives us a mainsail, and which we kind of need. That gives us bigger fairing. There's exploration, some stuff. But today we're going to the Mun. So yeah. And we're going to be bringing 2 Kerbals. For the sole reason that so basically, scientists can't create maneuver nodes without a connection to Kerbin. Which means when they're on the far side of the Mun, they can't do anything with maneuver nodes. And what I mean by that is, they can't... they can't create them, they can't delete them. But pilots can, which is why we're going to bring a scientist and a pilot. Because the reason we need a scientist is because the Science Junior unit... Because look, if I go to collectible data, rerunnable, resettable. This isn't rerunnable, you have to reset it. And we need a scientist to reset it. Same with the mystery goo. This is going to be our pod. I quite like how this looks actually, because we needed to have a reaction wheel up there for the command pod, because this doesn't have reaction wheels. It's got a blater, it's got a built-in heat shield, it's got a bunch of other stuff, but it doesn't have that. So, but now what we need is our science experiments. Thing is though, is we don't have a ladder, so we're going to have the EVA to take the data from everything, because we don't actually have a ladder, which is just annoying, to be honest. But then what we're going to do is we're going to go Radial 4 and get some of these Oscar B fuel tanks, and we're going to build them up like that. And then if I just open the doors real quick, see how that looks. Yeah, that looks good. So this will provide fuel for our... Because this lander was... actually originally designed for a Duna mission that I was going to do, but that didn't go out so well. Also, we don't have a small decoupler. That's bad. Can we have like... Okay, we need to like fix the staging here. Because you don't have, like, Ep6 engine plates don't actually exist, which is kind of annoying, so... But that gives us 1,648 meters per second of delta V, which is good. Should be able to get us back home after we ascend. So we need to be able to get to multiple biomes on the map. We need to get to multiple biomes. I'm adding struts here just to make it a bit more stable. And then this is going to be our descent engine. So you might think, well, what we could then do is we could just get our landing gear and do like that. But no, we're not doing that. Because we are making the lander have even more fuel. So what we're going to do is we're then going to add these peripheral side tanks. We're going to make peripheral side tanks. We're going to put reaction wheels on them because, yeah, we kind of need reaction wheels. And they're the only reaction wheels we've got. So this is our only way of pointing, like changing which way we're pointing. So we should have good electric charge generation from these solar panels up at the top, but it can never hurt to add a little more. So we're gonna add 4 solar panels and 2 batteries just there. So that looks good. So what happened is the Kerbal, this is the hatch, I'm pretty sure. Is it? If I just get a singular solar panel, does it block the thing? Engine jettisoned, hatch obstructed. Engine jettisoned before use. Ah, it's because the staging's completely broken. Why is all the staging broken? It should be that engine first, and then that. And then ready for, and then we need a fuel line. It goes there and connects. Cannot transmit science. Okay, how much vacuum delta V do we have? 4,000. That's enough to visit a couple of biomes, I'm pretty sure. Though it's easy to send a rescue, we could easily send a rescue mission, that's not a problem, so long as we can get into... It would just be pain. So now we just need our... So after this, where's that to go? Why is all the staging broken? No, let's take this and drag it up. Okay, so what we then need is we need a transfer stage. So what we could do is we could do something along these lines. What if we use a singular spark engine? That engine. Put that there. Vacuum. V. Surely... only 861 meters per second? We're gonna have to add, like, do the same thing we did with our lander on our transfer stage. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have a similar looking transfer stage. But in addition, we're going to have 8 like side tanks instead of 4, because it means that we have even more fuel, and you can never have enough fuel, just like you can never have enough boosters. The only way this will be a problem is it makes it like quite wide, and we only have 1.875 meter diameter fairings, so that's going to be the only problem that's the only problem I can see with this. But I think what we could do is maybe offset the fairings. There. So yes, this gives us a bit more delta V. So this is going, so now all we need is a stage that can, because this also can help us land as well. Because if we have, I always like adding overkill to my landers. I always like adding overkill. I always like making everything overkill for the reason. Oh yeah, we need comms dish. We can put it there. Go up there and then it'll probably get broken on re-entry, doesn't really matter. Because now we're just going to take our decoupler, because this can probably get there and capture and start doing our deceleration. We need to remember we've got science from high above the mun and near to the mum. But as you can see, look, this is our biggest size of fairing. So what my plan is to do something like this, and we can see it's like that. But then what we do is we add in, well, this is going to be our second stage, and then we can offset this. Well, let's first wait. That's not. Why is the staging all completely broken? That goes there. That fairing goes there. And then we add a Wolfhound engine. Every time I add something, I have to find the thing in the staging, because the staging only 800. No, we need more than that. Now, our only problem is going to be the thrust to weight ratio of the skipper. High thrust, not really. as a mid-stage booster. Well, except we need to use it on our first stage. Doubles as a barbecue. Genius. Because, yes, we'll have our... Oh, yeah, what we're going to do is... We're going to offset this. Up. Just slightly, just so the fairing looks a bit... But I'm worried about offsetting it even further, like, so it looks good, because... Like, sure, I'd do that. Or I could just add an adapter piece. So it kind of goes in and then back out again. Nah, let's just leave it at this. So this is going to be our second stage. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to add battery power to this for the sole purpose of those solar panels are blocked. Actually no, you know what, no. What we're going to do is we're going to add a couple of solar panels. You can add solar panels on that stage for the sole reason of we can't recharge our batteries. Oh no, because there's an alternator. He's an idiot. Does this engine have an alternator? Do you have an alternator built in? Because I know this engine has an alternator. Somewhere. Does this engine have... Yep, alternator. It has an alternator. Which means when the engine's burning, it will recharge the batteries. So now we've just... Wait, what? How many parts do we have? Okay, it's fine. Thing is though, is if I just go to sea level, this only has 0.5 me, like only 0. Like it doesn't have that much thrust to weight ratio. What we're going to do first is we're going to add in some gimbaling engines that will not only increase the thrust, but they'll also provide roll control. So yeah, you see that's basically net. And by the time that the boosters drop off, because we're going to add some asparagus boosters as well, by the time that the boosters drop off, will be high enough that it's got a good enough thrust to weight ratio. Because we're going to have some asparagus style boosters, not onion like we've used up on the. We're going to use asparagus, which is even more efficient than onion. In which instead of all boosters feed into the main stage, they all feed it like round, like into each other. Like, let me like, okay, you know what, I'll build this, and so then you can see it. Why does that? Yes. You know, also get rid of these decouplers because then you can like copy these and have it so it's exact. So, and then we need to have reliant engines. These although they can't gimbal, they have high thrust, so they're great for side boost. They're better for side boosters. That goes there. This is overly complicated, the staging. It's got 14 different staging groups. It's absolutely ludicrous. So then we can add in, not that, we can add in these. And then our nose cones. And this increased the thrust to weight ratio to, oh, not that much. Okay, but and then what we need to do is we need to just copy this is really laggy. What do you expect though, to be honest? It's Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, and it also might help, just potentially could help, if you put the booster in the correct place. I'm gonna say it's about there. Except you also need to then offset the capsule to get it working. Offset. Wrong way, that way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. This looks like actually quite a good rocket. Look, these boosters will peel off first. And then these ones. So what we need to do is then we add in a fuel line that goes to there. What we do is we add in a fuel line. Why does like my camera keep freezing every single time? Where does the stuff go? There we are, fix that. And these feed into there. So basically these boosters will feed their fuel into this, and then these peel off. Then these boosters will feed their fuel into here, and then these... Oh no. And our sea level delta V, sorry, thrust to weight ratio. We've got enough thrust to weight ratio, and we've got enough delta V. Now if I just swap over into vacuum mode, we've got 10,000 meters per second, which is a lot more than we actually need, which is good because we want to biome and live up and actually land, because I've got like very inefficient party. I feel like, and that's not like, and the only reason for that is I don't know how to do a suicide burn. And, or hover slam as SpaceX called it. And no, I am not explaining what that is. Watch Scott Manley's video. Which delta's this? Open craft, don't say. This is a Delta 5. That's the Delta 5. The most powerful rocket of it, and probably the last Delta, to be honest. Now, what have we forgotten here? We've forgotten the struts. Struts are like one of the most important things you need to remember to add in Kerbal Space Program, because basically they stop rockets like wobbling. Because think about it, the attachment point for these boosters is there, so these boosters will wobble around. So what we're going to do is we're going to add struts connecting the boosters, and they pass through those. Great. Okay, we need to add struts slightly higher up then, or lower. No, slightly higher up. Also, what are you trying to do there, Mister? Like, you've worked great, except For some reason it's decided to do that. I don't want it on the side of this part, I want it round the whole thing. Like that, yes, good. Do that. And then we've got to add a ton more struts inside the fairing as well. Stop! This is painful. Strutted on the bottom. How many parts do we have? Because I bet like a ton of our parts will just be struts. Engineer's report. Missing ladder. Hatch obstructed, but that's by the fairing. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're actually I'm worried actually, because we don't have that much available part, like, nothing left, so... really screwed. This is gonna cut it quite close, you know. Now the problem is there's no place to strut these, but to be honest it doesn't really matter about those. All it really matters about is these ones, because these are the big ones. Except we do need to strut them down to the base, the fairing base plate. It only costs like not that much, this rocket. Like a lot of my Mun rockets cost like an absolute fortune. We've got to strut this down to there. Because I'm pretty sure in the last one that's what went wrong with it. It just died. You know what, let's press... We're going to bring Val and Bob. Because they're both... We could bring... Nah, let's bring those. Savecraft. Opencraft. And we need to get rid of that. Launch. Oh yeah, I used to think that the ascending node and descending node were like where you have to execute your burn. I didn't know like it was your inclination. I didn't know how to change like the inclination when I first started playing. So what I would do is I would get into orbit and then just time warp. No, but like I had this really inefficient rocket. It was massive. It had a nuclear transfer stage. They had like 6,000 meters per second of delta. It was ridiculous. The lander had 5,000 meters per second of delta V. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. You know what? At some point, I should go on my older save file. Because, like, my older save file was called Noob. Because I was a noob at that point. But, like, the final version of that rocket's on my other save file. So, yeah. SAS on. The thrust to weight ratio is absolutely terrible on this. Absolutely terrible. As you can see, look, those boosters there are draining the quickest. I've just realised, what if we don't have enough thrust to weight ratio. After the... What if we don't get high enough? Oh wait, no, because we have the... Well, no, wait, no. It's only 0.7... It's only 0.0... So as you can see here, look. These boosters are supposed to cut out soon. Yep, there we are. And then they fall away, and I should have put parachutes on them so we could recover them, but who cares? And they've left everything full. So now we just need to be careful, because if 0.95, we may or may not be screwed. I may or may not need to add even more boosters, engines, just engines in general. Yep, there were the boosters dying. It's constantly trying to recalculate the, what's blowing up? But as you can see, we're starting to slow down again now because... Oh wait, no we're not. Our thrust to weight ratio is just enough to keep accelerating. It's just enough. We should start a gravity turn. Now, because we've started it late, because I don't want to... And the good thing is, we have roll control because of those 4 peripheral engines. Because they can give... with only one engine, you can... I am not very good at gravity turns. Like, I eyeball it, but, like... my ascent profiles are hardly efficient. So the plan is to get into a 100-kilometer circular orbit. I'm proud of this rocket, actually, because I don't generally like science mode or career mode because I'm limited tech free, but I feel like this is actually quite good. I'm assuming loads of a second set of boosters, like, hitting something. What's that? Yep, there's the boosters. There's 43. Now, although we're pointing this way, like we're going that way, we're not. We're actually going that way. So our plan is to land. Wait, what's the note? Does it have? Oh, let me just double check what this actually says. No, land a vessel on the surface. Okay, sure. We just need to wait until. Oh, that's Cardass. Yeah, let's see if we can save Cardass, 27. I might have to go back to the drawing board with this one. Or, like, I might have to revert to launch and not do a gravity turn in future because the rocket can't handle it. Our thrust to weight ratio on our second stage isn't good enough. And we don't have enough delta V on our first stage. No, that's only 0.76. All of us deploy the fairing. So yes, but also no. Because the fairing's taking up a lot of weight, but then we suck the atmosphere, so... Oh, we have enough thrust to weight ratio. No, we don't. So what's happening is our apparatus is still going. Is our apparatus? No, it's climbing. So let's see if we can just. And as soon as we get out, so as soon as this, we're nearly there. I'm just worried about Delta V. Like, yes, we should have enough, theoretically, because we've got a gravity turn, which means... What is this probe thing? Oh, that's our... What's it called? That's that probe that got onto the escape trajectory. Ah! Oh, don't roll. Don't roll the rocket. Don't roll the rocket. Luckily, we have those reaction wheels, which means... We have enough, so we just need to get... Keep burning. Get into space. Space. This is painful. Can I just point that way and try and, like, raise our... Because I know it's probably not as efficient this way, but we kind of do need to raise our... Let's get it up to 80. I've given up on 100 kilometre. Let's just get it up to 80 kilometres. I've just realised, what was if we don't have enough thrust to weight ratio, Delta V? No, we've got enough. 72. Yeah, so we've passed the, our apparatus is... So yeah, let's just, add manoeuvre. How expensive is this burn? I'm honestly attempting to, like... Oh look, a Railway Empire update file, who cares? 15-minute burn. I sincerely doubt that. No, exactly. Get rid of the fairing. We now simply... Now we've got, like... We just don't... Oh wait, why are we SASing? So the way to work out when to start your burn is to half that. So that would be... So you'd start your burn at about, like, 42 seconds. So we basically need to be starting now. Oh, and point the correct direction. I hate not having maneuver node hold. It's horrible. What? Science. Can't reset experiments, run experiments, but you can do that. So wait, you've done 2 orbits around Kerbin and 2 flybys of the man, and you've done 2 orbits around Kerbin and 3 orbits of the man. But yeah, this is going well. Extend antenna. Okay, we're starting to fall again now, but it doesn't matter really. Now we will have to do a slight burn of this stage. For the sole purpose of this stage is missing like 10 meters per second of delta V. That's all. So you see, like, we're missing 20 you need to burn 20 meters per second of delta V. So let us stage step and burn off and start that final do that final bit. Periapsis. Perfect. So now we just need to be not quite equatorial, but I don't think it matters too much. He says says target, sorry. Ascending no one. Okay, so we need to burn you go for TLI 6 minutes. And the burn's going 7 minutes-ish. For me to get a good man encounter. The man. So what we're gonna do is focus view. Because then we can see, like... Look. But then we also want to burn... We also want to fix our inclination. Which is... Need to burn that way to think. But it doesn't really matter that we're in an inclined orbit, for the sole purpose of... Well... Like... Does it really matter? For the sole purpose of... It's a direct ascent mission, so it doesn't matter what... Because we're not doing it Apollo style, we're doing it... Yes, so that's not quite... Yes, that's good. No, that's not quite good enough. That's good. It's a 5-minute burn, which is ridiculous. But I suppose it makes sense with the inefficiency of our... like we've got one Terrier engine and that's it. So let's time warp around. So 2 minutes 30. We need to wait to 2 minutes 53. So at when it gets down to 3 minutes, we'll drop our time warp. I think now, and then we can get ready for the burn. So now when we need to start burning. And as soon as we get our mun encounter, what we're going to... I think I probably could have got a cheaper burn. Oh yeah, we need to be very careful, because if we don't... Well, actually no, because if we don't capture around the mun, we will get flung like out into a curb in escape. So yes, theoretically we could, as soon as we escape, burn like there's... Oh, are we connecting to the... Ah, good, the relay satellites come round. Great. You know, why am I not using physical time warping? Exactly. You can make this burn last 1 minute, or you can make it last 5, but you just need to be very careful. Oh yeah, let's be very careful, because if our periapsis drops below the out... No, it's not. Okay, who cares? Time warp. Go. I feel like in future we could add a better transfer stage. because this is going to take forever. Look how long it's taken. You know what? I could go to sleep now. I could have like a 3-minute sleep. If I turned visible off, I could go to sleep. No, who cares? Did you know that that bad, fix it. You need to pay closer attention. Because the more you burn, the maneuver node will just slowly, like, path this way. Okay, yes, I also think that we should find where the money is there. And then focus our view here again, because although we don't have a money encounter yet, it would be good to see when we do. I can't wait till we get maneuver node hold. I think that's like a pilot. I think that's like a level 4 pilot. Level 5 is target tracking. Nearly there. Don't roll the rocket. I hate it when that happens. You get like your pitch locked and it's really annoying. Keep burning, and then zoom in a bit, and then throttle up gently. Stop! What are you doing? No! I think it's when I use the analog stick and then hold it. Well, now we just need to... What are you doing? We're guessing. Excuse me? I think you're getting like 6 mun encounters in a row. We just gotta burn for like barely any time for quite a while. Actually, until we get our periapsis in the right place. So. About now. Stop. That's 15. Yes, so that's look, we're, and now all we need to do is we need to add maneuver and get into a circular orbit around the man. Yes, that's roughly so. Wait, what? Oh, okay, don't worry. The wind's gonna point retrograde now, and we're just going to time warp up until we get to our man encounter, which is in a day. Thing is though, is we've got to be very careful, because if we miss, then we're screwed. And I do mean that literally. We will be screwed, because it means that we will get a... There's the man. as you can see, look, that yellow bar there is us trying to connect to the relay. Well, actually, no, that's the relay connecting through us. Yes, that's us connecting to the relay. Like, the relay set's only necessary when we're down, like, on that side. It means that the relay satellite can pass over us. And it doesn't really matter that we're in an inclined orbit. Basically, we need to stop holding on retrograde and point maneuver, because so it's going to be a minute long burn, so we need to go a minute 30 seconds roughly, so we need to go at so we need to go at half that, so that's 45 seconds. So we need to wait until it gets to 45 seconds till the burn. And then we just burn. Which is, so it's, we're on the dark side of the moon, and we quite like to land on the light side, which is why we're bringing Valentina Kerman with us, because we're going to be landing on the light side, which is away from Kerbin, which means when our relay satellite's not in the correct... We also need to be very careful not to let our periapsis dip below 14 kilometers, because that's when we'll start to hit terrain obstacles. I'm pretty sure. So we'll burn until... yeah. So we'll burn until these fuel tanks run out. There's Kerbin. It's really cool. I'm just slightly worried about, is 20 units of ablator enough? Because if it's not, then we've just killed our curls. So we need to use our propellant reserves in the lander. So yes, we need to use our, like, propellant reserves in the second stage to slow ourselves down. Now we just need to be very careful not to, like, let our periapsis drop too far, so... These are out of fuel, so then what we're going to do is we're going to ditch them and leave a ton of space junk, but meh. This just looks like a porcupine now, with all, like, the remains of the stuff, so we're just gonna burn a little bit long. That's as far as we can go, basically. So our apparatus is slightly higher, but man, we're going around the correct way around the planet. So we're just going to... I have put them on it. Thing is, though, is our apparatus is in a bad place, so we're just gonna slowly... create a maneuver, and we're going to move it around our orbit. We kind of would aim, I would aim for a crater, but it would cost a bit too much fuel. So we're not going to. Don't want to parry out of this. What's the periapsis now? 2 kilometers. Well, I feel like we're going to impact a little bit before that. So what's our periapsis? So we can use what's left in this stage to help on our initial descent. But the majority of what we're going to be using is the lander. And we need that second stage is probably going to be like our ascent stage and getting back to Kerbin stage. Okay, so we're just going to time warp round. We can't. Why are we lagging so much? So now we're just going to time warp round. Why is our orbit so inclined? Ooh. If we land there, we can biome hop up to there, maybe. So it's a 40-second burn, so it's not that long. Okay, and stop now. Okay, and now we just need to point. Yes, that's pretty good. Oh wait, no it's not. Well, a bit too far, but I guess. So now we just need to point retrograde, and we will be landing on the light side. Hopefully. We also need to, additionally, why are our brakes on? So we're heading around that way, so I'm just gonna time warp round. I'm just gonna time warp round until the sun comes until we get onto the light side, so we can see what we're doing. Still pretty dark, to be quite honest with you. Is there any camera, orbital, base, locked, auto? Is there any way for the camera to like... Why is the... Oh, okay, fine. Okay, there we are. We just needed to burn a bit. So let's do our initial deceleration. I do not get how. So this should help. It's quite dark, you know. I'm just gonna say, burn all the rest of this fuel. We've got tons. There's the landing gear. Wait a minute, what's our thrust to weight ratio? Pretty terrible. We're screwed, basically. If this dies, I should have made a quick save. No, we haven't got space. No, we have got space near the man. We haven't got space in the like on the man though, so. And we're still moving this way pretty. We're getting quite low. And that's got not a lot of fuel left. It's a race against the clock, really. Can we decelerate quick enough? Maybe if I go like that and like help, like. I think we're probably screwed. What's the thrust to weight ratio of that stage? Yep, we're basically screwed. Oh, actually, it's gonna be very close. I don't think we're gonna make it. No, we haven't made it. Oh. You start burning at about 7,000, so burn at 10,000 as soon as you get down to 10,000. 7,000, so burn at 10,000. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out how long. The streams last. Launch. I'm not stopping until we've landed. You know, I really should have tested this land. I really should have checked the front. This looks cool, you know. You know, I really should have checked the thrust to weight ratio. Of the thing first. So it's not burning at 10,000 basically. Oh wait, these are flamed out already. Yeah, I really like how it's like. I really like this second stage. I like how I did the the pattern thing on it. There's the boosters blowing up. If only I had the bigger parachutes, then I would put them on the boosters, because yeah, that's a slight problem with this design. We will have to repair the launch pad. I think the launch pad's pretty much wrecked. And that's those boosters gone. Yeah, we're picking up speed again, just. Problem is the thrust away of the lander. This is more of a Minmus lander than a Mun lander, to be honest. You could use this rocket to get to Minmus. No, because we could just use a because we get texture stuff. I've just realised both our pilots are going to level up like crazy. We'll probably get like normal and anti-normal hold next. And this time I'm going to make a quick save. I'm going to make a quick save. And no, I'm not doing a gravity turn this time, because although it will probably be more efficient, we need that, like, need the second stage to do it on, like a bunch of stuff, so. We need our approaches together. Wait, why are we going that way? Why is our pro like drifting that way? This is by no way a Mun tutorial. I don't think we're going to be able to biome hop much from this lander because the thrust to weight ratio is too terrible. And then that's that gone, so. Next stage, activate. There's the booster going. Open map. Just wait till it get. And there we are. We've got a minute. We're screwed, basically. Orbit burn. Oh no. If only I'd made a quick save. We were so close. 500 meters, half a kilometer high. If we'd started our burn like maybe a minute earlier, we would have landed. Well, at least this way we get to have a better thing, at least. Because I titled this stream, "The Eagle has landed," so I kind of feel like I have to do it, or I change the title of this stream. Yo, I'll just change the name. Yeah, I cannot do this. Why? It's so hard. Recover vessel. Let's rescue Cardass. Okay. Let's rescue Cardass. I'm pretty sure this would be a Delta 8, pretty sure. Which Delta we were up to? Let's just call it Person Rescue. Let's just call it Rescue 1. But I feel like we need, now, I'm pretty sure it would be a good idea to add another series, maybe. So I think what we're going to do, we could use, no we can't, we're just using the P module. We're going to use the same command module, it's kind of like a universal command module, because except I got the battery in the reaction wheel because I want the reaction wheel closer to the center of mass. Center of mass is there, so yeah, you better have it on the bottom. So yeah, it's because it's there. So we need to rescue Cardass. Let's have some drogue shoots as well. Well, no, because I always like to add drogue shoots, because although they make it more expensive, I feel like, because once I made it so that, like, once I had it so that they came into, like, it's mainly, ignore me. Like, how much Delta V do you have if you don't fail on staging? Vacuum. We need more. Activate more. We need to have like loads of like Farragut stuff because I really want this to have enough like completely ridiculous. Like I just feel like we need more fuel, so, and I hate not having target tracking. It's horrible. I need target tracking for Rendezvous. I'm not very good at this game. Farragut ones like that. This is a good rescue cross. Cannot transmit science, unused. Okay. Cannot transmit science, you say? Sure about that? We only need, like, you can have. Ooh, we could do something like this. Where they all, like. So we could do something like this. except it blocks the patch. Where these like... Nah, I guess, or we could... Let's just have the surface antenna. Single surface antenna. There we are. Except I put them in the wrong place. Because we need Cardass to be able to get in at least. Might be smart if he could get in. Is the craft that's designed to rescue him. You know? I would like to do a Transport Fever series. I'm being quite honest with you, but I feel like I'm limited by my hardware, because my PC is a 5-year-old laptop. It's like horrible. Like, it's a good laptop. It's a great laptop. But it's not. But it's still not a gaming laptop, and that's the problem. I generally prefer getting a laptop over a PC for the sole reason of, well, I go away a lot. So I go away a lot. So I like bringing my laptop with me. I always bring my laptop with me whenever I go away. So we're building our upper stage now, and it's going to be again one of those, because we haven't unlocked the parts yet. Is this that? Yeah, it's that to you. Ah, yay! Broken staging. 100 billion% broken. What are you? You're that. You should go there. And then you go there. And I haven't put the few lines in, have I? Okay, so you... Okay. There we are. That gives us a lot of Delta V. Like, it's overkill, for sure. But I like overkill. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have another fairing there, and it's just going to go up and then close. Just because we're using a smaller end. I could have just used an engine plate. You know, who cares? So wait, what's that engine? And I didn't put a... Wait, did I? No, that's that engine, so that's the couplers. That can go there. And then that. That looks good, I like that. And then we grab our that end. And that gives us that much Delta V. So it doesn't open that first! Correction, it does. Correction, it does now. What did we do that for? He's go down there. Right, okay. 1.43, great. How much? Oh wait, let's add some fins as well. Let's add some fins. Let's add these winglets No, sorry, the other winglets. Wait. Let's have these winglets. There we are. This looks good, this rocket. I'm gonna call this the Cardass 1. And all my rescue rockets are gonna be called Cardass because Cardass is the first. Cardass 1. Save craft. But this can rescue literally anyone, provided I don't need to rescue 2 people. And then when I get the pomegranate module, I can put it out. Okay, and Val, it's your go. Save craft. Get rid of whatever's auto-saved. The Delta 5. I've just realised, what was if I ended up having a Delta 6? Delta I. Imagine Delta like a Delta 100 rocket. Delete. Launch. So plan is to get into a slightly lower orbit. Like a 70-kilometer orbit. Therefore, we can then do a... Or we could get into a slightly higher orbit, but I prefer doing it into a slightly lower orbit. Okay, ready? Launch! This rocket does feel a little stubby, like the first stage could be a little longer, but... I really like this pattern. Like, what? The question is, why did they make this backwards? Like, I'm happy they did it, because then I can go and make patterns like this. That looks quite cool. Let's do a gravity turn with this. Yep. I didn't strut this. We may or may not be through. I don't think we can do a gravity turn because I didn't strut this. Like it's wobbling. It's wobbling there. Get into... And... There, that's good. Add maneuver. I said I was going to do a gravity turn, so if this fails I will just revert back to the VAB and then... We're in a slightly different orbit, so... Okay. I didn't have good enough reaction wheels. I only have one reaction wheel. I added one reaction wheel. Yeah, we're screwed basically. Enable physical time warp. Nope, we've failed. Revert flight to launch. No, I meant to do it to that. I need to instruct it. Strut it. Okay, let's revert back to the vehicle assembly. We need to add struts. Oh, Matt Lowndes just uploaded an hour ago. Cardass, I'm coming for you. We're going to be using the Lown lazy method of, speaking of Matt Lown, we're using the Lown lazy method of docking because it's the easiest one and it's the only one I know how to do, so. Live with it. 6. The struts must be positioned exactly correctly. Yay. There we are. That looks better. That doesn't look any different, but it's gonna... Oh yeah, I need to have reaction wheels. Let's just plop those in there and there. Oh yeah, and I need to add solar panels. Wait, I added solar... Correction, I need to add batteries. Because we only have one. There. There we are, fixed the problem. I could add some SRBs. No, I don't want to add SRBs because that means that then I won't be able to execute a gravity turn, which we need with this rocket. I've learned that you need to do gravity turns unless you have a really powerful second stage. Oh yeah, on my original moon rocket, it had a mainsail for its second stage. A mainsail. A mainsail. I'm being serious. Like, and the mainsail's like an atmospheric engine. It's designed to be on your first stage, not on your second stage. It had 8 SRBs on the first stage that didn't even detach. They were permanently attached to the to the first stage, which was 2 S314-400s and a Mammoth. You know what, at some point I should just go on that save file and do a video of like and I didn't even know how to EVA my Kerbals without a ladder. So my first thing where I didn't put a ladder on, I didn't like every time I tried to click like the circle button to get like to allow me to like click something, it just I don't know anymore. But we've added struts and that's the main thing. Not wobbles, man. Because look, I have added the struts. But I'd like to do Transport Evil, which is like it's a game that I really like. It's on PC. 60 times better than Railway Empire. I mean that. But I'm worried because it lags a lot. So, like, I've nearly got my the stuff working on there, but like it's really painful. Also, try and do a gravity turn, please. Stop trying to like go back that way. I want to do a gravity turn because I need to do a gravity turn. If I don't do a gravity turn, then I won't be able to circularize my orbit. I don't want to be in an inclined orbit either. that way. That way. Stay like that. Yes. Good. And we're about to have approaching engine cutoff. And there we are. And we're in a slightly inclined orbit, so... I think we need a more powerful engine, you know. As for that flight to vehicle assembly. So basically, we're gonna change it to a better stage thing. No more Terrier engine. Goodbye Terrier. Hello other engine that I haven't decided on yet. Take you out. Take you out. Take you out. Put you in. Add a Wolfhound engine. That should fix it. Wrong decoupler. Right decoupler. There we are, fixed it. Why is the staging all weird? I don't understand. Should go like that. Vacuum. Yes. Good. Give me more fuel. Let's give it a bit more fuel. Let's give this stage a little bit more fuel. There we are, that was good. Save craft. Open craft. Because normally I'd use a cheater engine, but we haven't unlocked the cheater engine yet. This is horrible. So I think tomorrow I'll do a Railway Empire series. But I don't know, because it will just be a stopgap until I can do a series. Because I don't know, what would you like me to do? I could do Railway. Oh, I probably will do Railway Empire tomorrow, unless someone comments what they'd like. But the main thing is that. Okay. The main thing's that if I do a Transport Fever series, It probably won't last that long because I'm not very good at transport thieving, to be quite honest with you. I'll probably go bankrupt. I don't know actually. Maybe. But it's honestly just like the graphics. I need to turn my graphics settings even further down. Like I've set them to minimum on the the game menu. I need to go into like the proper game setting. Like on the when you're just playing, you can go into settings and change the just because we need to do a very efficient gravity turn because although we've got a better second stage, still pretty pants. Well, let's just double check what thrust to weight ratio is still pretty terrible, but hopefully it'll be better when we get up. This looks pretty cool, you know. That looks really cool. Anyway. Oh, you know, I'm tired. Don't want to pitch up. Do not pitch up. Pitch that way. Yeah, no. Yeah. Why is this rocket so unresponsive? It just keeps wanting to go back that way. Stay on the 90-degree vector on the nav ball, please. Beg you. It's like wobbling. But like it's the fuel tanks that's wobbling. There goes the second stage. Oh no, not the yaw lock. Pitch lock as well, that's horrible. So we're going to get into a slightly higher orbit. We're going to get an orbit that's 10 kilometers higher. And then we're going to say, and then we're going to do a, and then we're going to, like that. And we're gonna, which there we are. This is going to be a 48-second burn. Get rid of the fairing. Get rid of the fairing, and then yeah, we can save him, which would be great. But then, why are we still got visible back then? Perfect. So where is he? He is the Cardass's debris. Set as target. So we now need to. What's our descending node? 1. So now we're just going to, at our ascending node, we're going to make a burn. Add maneuver. So in 12 minutes. And we need to get our ascending nodes to ideally 0.0, but that's probably not going to happen. Well, we can move the maneuver node around. 0.00, okay. I keep like going, okay, so then click maneuver node hold, but so it's going to be a 3-second burn, so we need to wait 11 minutes. So let's disable fizzle. Let's just time warp round. Can't time warp any quicker. So the plan is we need to get on the same inclination as Cardass. Done. Fail. Actually, no. And then we're just going to create a maneuver node and we're going to add maneuver. Next orbit, next orbit, next orbit. It's gonna be a day. How close are you? 8.1 kilometers. You only need to burn for like no time at all. Can we get any closer? 8.0, 7.7. 7.4. Okay, 7. Okay. 7.5. Okay, that's probably as close as we're gonna do it. And then we're just gonna set our thrust limiter to that, because there will be a 5-second burn, and then okay, we need to burn retrograde. I'm pretty sure. I bet it's actually more prograde, to be honest. Okay, it's there. Oh, the maneuver node's actually in a day. Let's go in the tracking station and then wait. You know what? Cardass 1. Maneuver node, 1 day. The maneuver node is Atlas 5, Cardass is... Maneuver node. Five hours. Three hours. 2 hours. gonna be it's gonna be one orbit. We're gonna go round. Yep. And oh god, the maneuver's like now, so we need to be basically burning now. Okay, oh, we're screwed. Direction was go. Why is there your lock? Don't want your lock. And yes, no winner. What's the separation? 7.4 kilometers. Target. Target progradator. Oh god, why? I can't dock. I can barely dock with it. Okay, okay, so we need to get close, burn retrograde, then burn target. So wait, what's our speed going to be? What's our relative speed going to be? Oh! That's it! 5.5 meters a second. Ah, but we need to burn towards the target, so... So we need to go round, because our separation... Okay, no, prograde. Stop. We basically want to be pointing target, and then so when we time warp around, like when we get round to like here, we can burn target. Realize we didn't fix the thrust limiter, and then put the thrust limiter really high again, and then just slight puff of the engine. 7, 5, 1.5, and then goes down to 1.1. So then we just need to burn. Now I just need to time warp round, and then burn target again, and we just need to keep forcing it it down, and then we need to point target. Basically to go get it down, then point retrograde. This is what you call the Lown lazy method of docking. Like, so where's that? That's 5.6. Oh god. Now we just need to point. Now I've ruined it basically. So target's over there. It's pain. It is a pain to dock without. Which is why we have that second stage, which I had in there for docking. So what's that? 4. What are you? 3.1. Get closer. Get closer, get closer, get closer, get closer, get closer, and then burn towards the target. Then quickly get round. Wait, where's the... Oh, realize you've screwed it up again. We can fix it. It's fine, don't worry. Just need to point target, and then very simple case of just puff 0.1 0.0, and then we just get around to 0 kilometers, and then that's, and as you can see, we just need to time warp around. Because our target speed, will be 17.2 seconds, so it's not... Oh, and then... Get a little close. And... What the flip? Point retrograde! Retrograde, slow down! Quick point target. Why is this so difficult? I can't. That's it. Okay, try again then. How much fuel do we have? We've got enough. Why did it do that though? I can see, it's not great, this. Okay, and then... So yeah, our target speed is ridiculous. What's that? Oh, God. Stop trying to point retrograde. Stability is it. Start trying to point target. Question is, but this... No, I'm assuming it would also help slow us down. As well. Oh, basically, are we screwed? We have screwed ourselves. Point prograde, quick. Wait, why are we putting target prograde? Orbit prograde. Say, I just think we've screwed anyway. Yeah, we're definitely screwed. Look. Okay, point retrograde. Let's check the battery power. Time warp round. Yep, exactly. I give up. Are we going to be landing on the light side or the dark side? The dark side. Great. Something blew up. We're landing in the sea. We're landing in the sea? No, we're landing on the water. I'm just going to change the title as the stream at feet. I can't, I just... we tried landing on the mud. Failed. Tried saving Cardass. Failed. I'm annoyed. Bye guys, the boss out. I can't believe every